Go, adesso una qualità di Go assomiglia.
Aus dem Norden von Deutschland. Das ist ungefähr 20
We've
Kilometer.
come into the first space. It's kind of divided into 3 areas as you get deeper into the container and into the dark secret back area. To tell you a little bit about it, it has travelled around to a few different places as I've been collecting fishing stories around the world.
La maggior parte è qui del Mediterraneo, i cefali, c'è il passarino che è di stagione.
So in the first space we've got postcards where you can collect recipes. And then as we go into the second space, there's a couple of video monitors. One of them gives you a slideshow. The other monitor is a film of a woman from Hong Kong who's showing us how to weave fishing nets.
So is she describing what she's doing here, Tricia?
She is. What I wanted to show was really instructions. So I've put text onto the video so you could make your own fishing net. And I mean, a little bit with the recipes as well, the recipe cards. I'm interested in interaction in every sense. It's like a theatre space, or I'm interested in what happens. Nothing happens unless people come in here and get involved in it. If we continue back into the back space, this is the work from Ayumi, and it's a series of very small and delicate drawers, and inside the drawers you discover tiny fish, all sorts of fish that are used in Japanese cooking. Ayumi's a Japanese artist.
Oh, these are fantastic. And so people put on gloves to come in here, have that museum archive experience.
That's right. You put on white gloves and then you very carefully explore these tiny, tiny little drawers and fragile objects. So perhaps when you come in, this space is quite dark, so you're just attracted to the drawers are lit from inside. And on the other wall there are little downlights where there's a collection of a series of drawers. Pull a drawer out and it ignites an audio. This one's in German. So you, with your gloves on, you take out the box and you can lift the lid off the tin, and then you get a specimen of the bones that I've collected from the meal cast in resin. So I've handmade kind of like candy tin style boxes that are shaped to suit each preserved fish. They're just cast in resin, so you've got these skeletons, which are the same fish that are on the postcards, but just the skeletons from the fish.
And the voice we hear, is that the voice of the fisherman?
Yeah, this one, if I look on the front of the drawer, it tells me this is Mr. Burnt. And at the back of the display area, there's a little translation for people. So it tells me that Burnt's favourite fish at the moment is pangossi or sea devil. He likes to buy the sea devil while it's cheap, and the price can change radically over a couple of days depending on the weather, etc. So each allows you to access what they're talking about, but it was important for me to keep that cultural integrity by hearing the different voices from different nationalities.
Your knife
is nicht gut, huh?
is nicht gut.
Yeah.
There's one whole box that comes from Newcastle, aber there's another one that comes from Venice, and there's a box full of stories that are in German that came from Weimar. So you have all these really different stories, but then there's this underlying commonality, and I think that's something I'm interested in telling. So getting people to tell tales and then sharing those tales gets you to reflect on your connection to place.